Hello, guys. How are you? Well, today I would like to show you, to remind you of how to narrate things because we have to narrate holidays, right? Past holidays. And I would like to ask you this question. Do you think that a past holiday can can mark you as a person? Hmm? Or do you think that the past holiday maybe can change you in a way? Or, I don't know, show you what you like and then change uh, your preferences? You see? Do you think this is possible? Okay, I would like you to preferences to discuss this next class, and I'm going to show you these words like by the time. Yes, by the time usually takes the past perfect or the future perfect, but a perfect tense. So for example, if I say by the time I arrived at the hotel, I. Yes, and here is where I have to go back in time, right? Because by the time means para cuando, right? Para cuando llegué al hotel. Ya, I had already, ya había, had breakfast. I had already had breakfast, right? So the use of by the time. Then the use of this is usually the most common one with the by the time that of course requires the past perfect. Now, if you say suppose after I had unpacked my suitcases, I went out for a walk. In this case, after I had unpacked, it's like after usually takes the past perfect, but it's not terrible if you say this after I unpacked. Okay, it's not terrible because the word after already suggests that the time when you did something. Remember that the past perfect is for me to understand that one action happened before the other, and I am saying it in a different order. Remember the example of when the patient died, the doctor arrived, which means at the same time. And when I say when the patient died, the doctor had arrived, and this means that the doctor arrived first. The doctor arrived before, right? Okay, so if I am saying this in the second part of the sentence, I need the past perfect because I need to understand that this happened before this, right? The blue section happened before the green section. Okay, so the blue section happened before the green section, but I am saying it afterwards. So I need to use the past perfect to make it clear. So look at words like by the time, after, and when. Okay, now I would like to explain to you something else because I want you to tell me an anecdote of a past holiday that, if you think changed, yes, answering this question, if you think that that holiday has changed you or changed you in a way, and tell me the anecdote, okay, what you felt, what happened, right? Okay, so I am going to give you like a beginning, right? Or an example of a past holiday that changed me completely. And I can tell you, okay, this, like the short version of a past anecdote. Um, so, for example, the first time I visited, boy, visited the Iguazu Falls. I felt overwhelmed. Why did I feel overwhelmed? So this is a statement, you see. Now I can go back in time and explain the reason why I felt this way. And when I express the reason, I go back in time. So I felt overwhelmed. Why? Because I had never imagined that it was possible to have such beauty on this planet. Um, when I lay eyes on that magnificent scent view, my heart felt like a pumping. No, my heart started pumping loud in my chest, and tears began to fall round down my cheeks. So you see, I explained to you how I felt, what happened, and what happened before. And then I can say what this made me, okay? From then on, yes, I, from then on, I have known that there are really beautiful things out there and that life is not our small everyday routine. Okay, so this is something very simple, but it's an example of what I want you to do. Another thing that we can include is the past perfect continuous. So, for example, I can say, remember the present perfect continuous? Like, for example, the present perfect continuous is always some emphasis on the action, right? So, for example, I can say, I have been cleaning the house all morning, and now I'm exhausted, right? So I have usually a consequence for this long event, long and possibly tedious action I've been doing. So the same happens with the past perfect. Okay, this is like now I am exhausted, right? So the consequence is now, right? So, but if the consequence was in the past, it's the same situation. You see, I had been cleaning the house all morning. You see, it's the same, but instead of saying he estado limpiando, I'm saying había estado limpiando. I was exhausted now, right? I was just exhausted then because then the consequence is at that time. So I'm going to leave you some activities with the past perfect continuous, and what you have to do is solve those exercises I'm going to leave you and prepare an anecdote that would answer the questions up here. Can a past holiday mark you as a person, change you in any way, or change your preferences? Okay? Well, I hope it's been clear. If not, you can let me know.